What's up, DFS players? You are going to want to be on this PrizePicks entry. So we have the two best player props on PrizePicks. And again, the way that PrizePicks works is whatever two picks you select, doesn't matter if you take the over or the under, your payout doesn't change, right? You switch around any two players, over, under, won't matter. 20 to win 60, 20 to win 40 a profit, since this 60 includes your entry stake. So you're just getting plus 200 odds on PrizePicks, right? Any two player prop pick entry is just going to be plus 200 odds. So that means you have to win each of your two player prop pick entries 1/3 of the time to break even, right? You win one, you profit 200 if your stake is 100, and then if you lose two, you're down 200, you'd break even. So your implied win probability, your break-even win percentage on PrizePicks for a two-player prop pick entry is 33.33% of the time. If you are winning your PrizePicks entries 40% of the time, you're profitable. If you're winning them 25% of the time, you're not profitable. So what that means is every player prop on PrizePicks, you have to be winning at least 57.74% of the time to break even. Right? So you want to be looking for PrizePicks player props that you think are going to hit, 60% of the time, not 50% of the time. If you're placing player props on PrizePicks hitting 50% of the time, you're going to lose money. If you're winning 57.74% of the time, the probability you win both picks in your entry is just going to be 57.74% squared, which is 0.333, and you'd be breaking even on PrizePicks. So you want to look for player props on PrizePicks that have a win probability above 57.74%. Now, this is pretty easy to do with OddsJam, right? Because again, with OddsJam, you can compare the prices you are getting on PrizePicks to the sportsbooks. So for example, today I'm going with Musgrove under 18.5 outs. Again, on PrizePicks, it doesn't matter if we go to him. So let's pull him up. On PrizePicks, it doesn't matter if I pick the over or the under for his projected pitching outs. My payout isn't changing. 20 to win 60. However, you can see that the sportsbooks, they have the under heavily juiced, right? Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, prices this all the way down at minus 180, and we're able to get minus 137 on PrizePicks. Right? Caesars has this minus 174. We're getting the implied price of minus 137 from PrizePicks. So you want to be comparing PrizePicks, right? The lines you are playing on PrizePicks to the sports books, just so you can get a sense of, does my bet have value, right? So does my player prop on PrizePicks have value? So Musgrove under 18.5 is a great player prop to include in your PrizePicks entry. And what we can do is we can take the market from Pinnacle Sportsbook. So they had the over 18.5 outs for Musgrove priced at plus 132. They have the under priced at minus 180. So what we can do is throw that into a no vig odds calculator, which will remove the vig, remove the juice from the sportsbook's market, and tell us what the sportsbook is implying the fair win probability for our bet is. Right? And we can see on Musgrove under 18.5 outs, the sports books are implying that this is 59.86% to hit. So 59.86% to hit. So I'm just using the OddsJam positive expected value tool right here, the OddsJam positive EV tool, to find value on PrizePicks. And Musgrove under 18.5 outs is a great player prop to include in your PrizePicks entry. Right? Sharpest sportsbook in the world has this minus 180. We're getting minus 137 implied price on PrizePicks, and we're beating that 57.74% break-even win probability. We need to be on PrizePicks to be profitable long term. So that's the first one I have, and here's the next one I have. Another player outs player prop, minus 137 implied odds on PrizePicks. Pinnacle's market, minus 176, plus 130, which means once we remove the juice, the win probability for our player prop, for this MLB player prop for today, is going to be, 59.46%. So 59.46%. So now I have two player props, which is needed in my PrizePicks entry. The win probability for my entry is just going to be this number times this number, right? These are uncorrelated picks, right? If Musgrove goes under 18.5 outs, that has no correlation to over 17.5 outs for this player, right? No correlation. And our win probability for this PrizePicks entry is going to be 35.59%. So what we'll do is let's hit it. So we want the over for Zach and we want the under for Joe. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit it. 250 to win 750. Entry successfully submitted. Boom. 2 picks. 8 entries won. 78.51. Let's go. 250 on this to win 750. So 250 to win 500 in profit. Just plus 200 odds. MLB player props for tonight. Both sharp, mathematically profitable props. Again, just comparing PrizePicks to the sportsbooks. This is so critical if you are using PrizePicks. It would be a disaster to take Musgrove over 18.5 player outs in your PrizePicks entry, right? Sportsbooks are giving you this plus 126, plus 130. Why would you use this in your PrizePicks entry, which has an implied price of minus 137? You definitely want to take the under. And this is positive EV, and we were able to find it using the tools on OddsJam. Okay, so 2 player props in our PrizePicks entry, MLB props for today. Our PrizePicks entry, we're staking 250 to win 500. We have a 35.59% win probability. So the EV of our entry is 35.59% of the time. We are winning $500. The other 0.4% of the time, we're losing our stake of 250, $17. That's a positive number. So that's why this is a positive EV player prop entry on PrizePicks. 6.77% EV edge, right? Edge. This is DFS picks, MLB DFS picks for tonight that have edge. They are mathematically profitable, quantified using odds from the sharpest sportsbook in the world and removing the juice from the market on the sharpest sportsbook in the world with a no vig odds calculator, right? So 2 MLB props for today. Let's make some money in DFS.